Okay. Are there any potential risks for framing differently? What could go wrong? So again, at the micro level, which is where I recommend you start, almost nothing. You try it out. If it doesn't grab, then you go back to the way things were. So about half the time, there's a reason why the default frame has gained popularity. But the other half the time, it's just because it's obvious. So we like to test things out and then tweak them back. Now at the highest level, your positioning is the ultimate frame. And the risk of that is if you're positioned incorrectly, you'll always be at a disadvantage. And if you're positioned correctly, everything else becomes easier. But unfortunately, I don't know a formula of being absolutely assured that I'm going to take the right position or not. So typically, we just say, listen, what do we want to stand for? What do we want to be known for? Who do we want to be a hero to? And that's the position we'll take. That's the overall framework. And then we'll go in on that. And then utilize the micro frames. But yeah, everything carries with it a little bit of risk. But what's really fun is, hey, listen, if we say 99% satisfied and then we flip it to 1% dissatisfied, we just try it out and see what happens, right? Oftentimes with prices, you might find that there is no statistical difference between 3 installments of 99 and 4 installments of 99. And then if there's no difference there, try 5 installments versus 4, or 6 installments versus 5. Because a lot of people in their mind, they just hear $99. And it's less important how often they pay that. And it's more important that they're just okay with paying $99 on a reoccurring basis. So you can test price elasticity. Now, here's my urging to you. And this is why it's tough to talk about this stuff without taking it out of context. Never charge somebody and price gouge them. Never hold them hostage and try to extract as much money out of them as possible. For no other reason than long term, you will develop a frame as somebody who's a greedy asshole, right? But if you also take the frame of, if I can have you pay a little bit more, but because I have more profit margin than anybody else, I can engineer a superior experience for you that can't be matched anywhere else, then you will simultaneously be known as the person who has the best option and the person that helps the client out the most. Selling something to somebody for cheap is rarely the best way to go. One person in any market can do that, and everybody else can't do that. And even the person that can do that still always runs this perpetual risk of failing. So then you question, you say, Jason, why does anybody ever sell anything for a low price? Because that's the default frame. The default frame is, buy it from me, I'm cheaper. And that's the stupidest frame that's ever been invented by man. Because nobody buys anything. They always invest in experiences. And it's very hard to create a world-class experience on a nickel and dime budget. By the way, do you like how I controlled that frame?